conquest deserves the best of all mankind. We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other thing, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one we intend to win.
Sean Miller, an engineer at NASA, was our mentor for the week. Sean was a NASA scholar as well, so he had experience which helped on our PDR project. Sean also helped get us interviews with other NASA employees that helped benefit our project.
So EVA was something that we did the first night that we were on site on Sunday, and it was a really good way for us to get to know each other and also to showcase our communication skills. We were told an array of tasks from a communicator who had a set of instructions, and us as astronauts, we had to disassemble a battery as well as turn on a power system before beginning our tasks. Another really fun activity that we were able to do on the Haas on-site experience was the 3D CAD, a multi-purpose tool that was meant to fix a coolant system. So our tool consisted of a wrench and screwdriver combination, which also had a chisel on one of the handle sides so it would be able to break the ice.
So on some of the days we got to eat lunch in the NASA employees cafeteria rather than the Space Center Houston's cafeteria, and it was really cool because after we got our lunch we got to sit down and we got to eat with some of the astronauts and just some of the NASA employees that I guess work at NASA, and it was really cool because they gave us a lot of insight about what working at NASA is like and how their jobs are. And it was really cool to talk to them.
The Failure is Not an Option speech was a motivational speech that moved all of us to succeed even in the lowest of times. Personally, I thought I didn't know as much as everyone in this program, but the speech made me realize that I can achieve anything if I try hard enough.
On Tuesday morning, we visited the Neutral Buoyancy Lab, where NASA trains astronauts in conditions of weightlessness similar to that in space. The astronauts take 7-hour shifts doing extravehicular activities in the 6 million gallon tank and are supported by divers ensuring their safety.
Our favorite activity was the rocket launches. We simulated flights of different rockets using a software and found that smaller rockets would be more successful. So the majority of our rockets were only about 5 to 6 inches tall. Our average rocket altitude was 226 feet as a result.
All teams participated in a remote-controlled robotic vehicle competition. Our team provided a unique input with a claw that was capable of picking up rocks and returning them for sample analysis.
Our group had the challenge of designing a space helmet and space glove for our mission to Mars. We used very limited materials in order to create a complex model of what we would actually need in order to explore the surface on EVAs that would occur very often.
The preliminary design review, or PDR, was our part of the Mars mission, and our part was working there, or what we would do once we reached. We had to cover 3 topics: the search for life, in situ resource utilization, and the spacesuit requirements. We split into groups of 3 or 4, divided the topics, and created a PowerPoint presentation that we all put together in the end, and we were experts in a certain part. We presented our findings to a panel of Johnson Space Center executives.
On this trip, I learned about the value of teamwork, and that when many different people of different backgrounds and with different skill sets work together, they can accomplish a lot very quickly and effectively.